morning, friends. Good morning, friends. You are all awake with me. Thank you. Honorable Shri Subhash Chandra Ji, President CPJ Group of Institutions, whom I know for more than a decade, and I am grateful to him and Dr. Abhishek Jain, the General Secretary, that they remembered me for today's inaugural function. Thank you all. Shri Shantanaja, a young entrepreneur who just spoke to you, Professor Shri Molaji, and Director General, my brother Shri Yugam. Ladies and gentlemen, honorable guests, a very warm welcome to you in this inaugural function of Marketech 2019. I am happy to share that I am associated with the foundation of this institute also. I was instrumental in getting this the light of the day, so I feel privileged that this institute has reached some level, and I wish it goes further. Well, friends, I will start with on Vision 2030. As Shri Yugam told, that vision is larger than aim or goal of life. So we'll have vision of around 11.5 years now, because 2019 is also left for about 8-9 months, then 2020. Till yesterday we were all making plans for 2020, now 2030. This is how the life goes. Today morning I was going through some newspaper. Something appealed me where a visionary leader whose vision has been acknowledged by none other than Nobel Committee. The Nobel laureate, Peace Laureate, Kailash Satyarthi, I hope all of you know, he has written the 4 P's of Agenda 2030 are people, I'll mark the word, people, you are, planet, the whole universe, prosperity of all, and peace for all. These are the 4 P's he has conveyed the Vision 2030. Business with compassionate intelligence. You have to do business, any dealing with compassion, because he is a protagonist for the children. And he says that you should love children, you should love people. So compassionate intelligence can create a sensitized society. This is today's newspaper. I just found 2030 somewhere, and I was working on that. So I found it quite appropriate to start with that. Well, friends, I talked about a few bullet points where I tell you my perception of Vision 2030 as applicable to you, the youngster, who are our future, who should be looking to 2030 as a, not exactly Vision 2030, as an aim or as a goal. Because I feel you have a life for you. And active life is up to 50, 60, even 70 nowadays. I am 64 and I feel life is there for me. So you can look for another 30, 40 years. So vision it should be maybe 2070, 2080. But fine, we'll break it into parts and we'll talk about 2030 as a vision. What are the opportunities for you in jobs in the market? Because you are all likely to be graduates very soon, maybe a law graduate, maybe BBA, BSc, whatever course you are doing. So you would like to go into the job market. If you go into the job market, what are going to be various job opportunities and challenges in the market, in the life? And also, what are the opportunities for you to be an entrepreneur like Ishan, who may be your role model, because jobs are not everything in the life. Job seeker and job creator. These are two things I would like to make some distinction. So with that in view, the opportunities that are there for all of you to make the my words relevant for you, I would link it the vision 2030 for you to look for job and look for entrepreneurship in the challenging world. What are their opportunities and how you could achieve them? The first point that comes to mind, I read somewhere about 10-15 years ago, Amartya Sen, another Nobel laureate, who said, what India lacks, he never said infrastructure, he never said good roads, buildings, bridges, etc. That is very important, it is required. If you are in a proper road map, it will happen. He said, we need basic three things: education, health and hygiene. I hope when you think, you'll agree that these are prerequisites for any civilized society to be a vision board. If you look at our GDP expenses on education, it is one of the lowest in the world. So a focus on education, focus on health, now only some awareness, even in the democratic setup, is coming in India, that some focus is on health care. You have heard about Obama health care? Now his successor is working against that, but fine. Obama health care must have been thought relevant even for developed American society. Now they talk about Modi health care. There is some thinking, whether that program is good or not, I don't comment, but there is some thinking going on for health care of large number of citizens who are deprived of that. And hygiene. Look at lot of problems that we are facing with dirty things around everywhere. Swachh India Abhiyan, Swachh India Abhiyan, or cleanliness. I am not politicizing anything, I am only telling you my view on that. Cleanliness should have been there to all of us from the very childhood. Our parents always taught, you brush in the morning, do this, do that. It was during Diwali, what you used to do? Pure ghar ki cleaning, Udai, everything. What? They say Lakshmi comes, the wealth comes only when your house is clean. But still cleanliness was not recognized. Everywhere litter around. You see, even now, it is there, even in Delhi, so-called metro and capital of the country. If you see the history, Singapore, a city-state, I have visited several times, you get tremendously impressed by the, beauty and the cleanliness of the city. It was a very dirty, small city when it was colony of Malaysia some 50 years ago. Some visionary leader who was the Prime Minister of that country for about 50 years, he laid the foundation for cleanliness. And look at Singapore where it has gone. Last week, I was at Indore and Bhopal in Madhya Pradesh. I am from that area. Even Yugan is from that area. When I was going through Indore, I remember about 40 years back, 20 years back, 30 years back, my management training was there in Indore in 1977, 78. What it was, what it has been in between, what it was now. A sea transformation taking place. The same people, the same administration, but for the last 3 years in succession, this is the cleanest city of the country. How? People have made it. This is what is, I am talking about the vision. We can have that everywhere across. If Singapore can be, why Indore can be, Bhopal can be, some more 10, 15 cities are there in the top 15. Why Delhi, Ghaziabad, Gurgaon and other places cannot be? So, in education, the basic literacy level needs improvement. You have job opportunities there, you have entrepreneurship opportunities there. Now you have to look at it from that perspective. Another dimension I would add to literacy. One is literacy is itself very low. In some parts of the country, literacy is 100% also. In other parts, it is less than 50, less than 30 also. Financial literacy or including so-called literates, I bet my colleagues sitting on the first, second row also might really be not financially properly literate. We don't know where to put our money, how to invest money. The investment, the saving opportunities are there, but we do not. We fritter away our savings and then we later on feel problem. So financial literacy is another literacy which is required. So normal literacy, financial literacy in a developing world, in order to become a developed world, is very important. Focus on research. All over the country we are there only for getting BA, MA, BCom degree and getting some petty job. Nobody focused on research. A little more focus on research is required in the country. We all need job-oriented courses. We all need vocation-focused courses. I think Ishant will cover this more in his talk. What do we mean by job-related courses or entrepreneurship or vocation-related courses, where after completion of the course, you get some basic knowledge, some skill improvement, some positive attitude, and you can get the job immediately. Or your creativity gets lightened up and you are in a position to think of something like a startup. That is what I mean by education and job-oriented courses. I talked about health and hygiene, how it is important for any developed country. So my first vision would be having improved state. I can't say it will be perfect in 10, 11 years. It cannot be. But where there is a will, there is a way. It is as simple as that. When we plan for, when we work for, then we will happen. You know, the auto rickshaw guy who took me from airport Indore to some place where I stayed, the taxi driver, I just asked, "Tumhara shehar bahut saaf suthra kaise ho gaya?" He narrated with the story how illiterate sweepers and all were activated by the administration, the collector, and the whole administration. Now everyone is particular about cleaning. Everybody. Now unless everybody is involved in the process, it doesn't happen. It is something where you need involvement of one and all. So better education, job-oriented, vocation-oriented, research-focused, and health and hygiene of everybody. As it is, there is an improvement. We can't say there has not been improvement. When I joined the bank, I remember at 60 years, people used to hilne lagte the log. Lagta tha ye buddhe ho gaye, jaane wale. Now, from 60, it has gone to 70 plus. You can find people at 70 very active, very agile. Look at Professor Mohla. Look at me. You know, they are not only fit mentally, they are fit physically to deliver. So, longevity has gone up from 50s, 60s to 70s, 80s. But then, still there are a lot of issues across. It is only in some section of the society. Going further, second vision I have for you, clean environment. I hope you are to agree, especially Delhi guy and Gurgaon. What is the state of clean air in winter? Delhi is supposed to be the worst place in the whole world. At one time, Bangkok and some other places were there, Beijing. But now you go and see, transformation has taken place. So here also it can take place. So your vision has to be that you become part of the mission which takes you for proper use of natural resources like sunlight, air, wind, water. A clean air every citizen wants, and it is the duty of every government to provide clean air. You look at the manifesto of each party, whatever has come, nobody is assuring clean air to you. Why? Even they are not aware about this. They are all aware, they know climate change and what all is happening, but still they are not making it a very important point of their manifesto that they will do it. You look at Delhi, what government has done in the last 4 years. They promised some 500 buses, they have not delivered on it. Stubble burning solution of nearby Punjab. You know, all over the globe there are scientific, computer-based, stubble burning solutions. You need to spend money only. Those farmers will not be affected, their income will not be affected, but the problem will over. If that is causing pollution in Delhi. Renewable energy, use of solar and wind energy, it has already gone up several times, but I think there is still need to do further ahead. Now, solid and liquid waste management. For the last 20 years, when I come from Delhi towards Chandigarh, or now here today I have come, after a long time I am on this side. I think I opened a branch in Narela, Bhavana 10 years ago when I was in PNB. अगर आपको याद हो मुकरवा चौक के राइट हैंड पे पहाड़ वाला दिखता है ना, वो कचरे का पहाड़ है, डेब्री जो आप सबके घर का वेस्ट होता है वो वहां जाता है. The way it is done, you have known last year what happened in that side, eastern side, वो पहाड़ टूट के गिर पड़ा और पता नहीं कितने लोग मर गए. हमारे यहाँ इस तरह का हो रहा है. All over the globe it does. Small countries like Belgium, Finland, every single drop of liquid or solid waste can be recycled and used optimally. Do not you feel you should do something about that? You all need, but you don't want to do. There are job opportunities there. There are, you know how startups happen? Startup happen when you face a problem, you want to simplify for the other people. You make it easy for others to do. That is how you need to think about how you can be in that journey. You know, I am appealing, maybe one, maybe two persons can get some clue out of that. So solid and liquid waste management, cleanliness of water. You know, I am going to tell you, water is going to be a scarce thing, you know. Cape Town is a place in South Africa, I have visited 5 years ago. There is zero water level there. In some of the places in the country, India, water is going to be zero in next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. As it is, ground level water has gone very, very deep. So water, while water it is being wasted, a lot of floods come, a lot of drought takes place in India, maybe interlinking of water, maybe something else. Waterways, you go to China, you go to Moscow, you go to London, you go to Paris, you go to Germany. In all cities, in between you will find a river flowing. If you are in a hotel staying, when you see from top, I have seen myself. You will see in the night, whole night traffic is taking place. What, you know, a rubbish can come in one truck. 10 trucks can come in that ship, and without any pollution, ships pass through that. So the waterway, use the waterway. Now only waterway is being used. Recently, the cargo, the Maruti or several vehicles from Chennai to Howrah, from there to Canara, this has started, at least some thinking has started. A lot of opportunities are there for cleaning of rivers. They are talking about Ganga cleaning for the last 20, 30 years. It has not happened. Let us hope at least focus is there. As long as focus is there on a right path, it will happen. So you all need to support that cleaning of rivers take place, use of waterways is there, and we may do the interlinking, of course, keeping ecological imbalance or balance in mind. It should not happen that you interlink the river, but some more problems come in, or a lot of good areas or forest area which is conserved, it is all inundated by it. So these are the two important things I told you about education, health and hygiene, and environment and pollution control. Do you agree with me? These are all essential for you and me and all citizens of the country. Third is, it is something directly related to all of you. Encouragement of entrepreneurship. I am very happy. I didn't know it is by chance and accident that here today Ishan is there, who represents entrepreneurship. I am impressed by the young people, what they have become in the life these days. You, instead of being job seeker, you need to be job creator. Look at the examples. At young age, Mark Zuckerberg, what he has done for Facebook, his wealth. He's just a young guy. An idea. You know, do you remember that small ad of idea? Abhishek Bachchan used to give idea. A small idea can do wonders for you. Try. Ritesh Agrawal, by Oyo, the whole world is looking at Ritesh Agrawal. The aggregation of the houses, the hotel rooms and the rooms. Bhavish Agrawal, Ola, Uber. Nobody had thought without owning asset, your company could be a $5 million or $10 billion. Binny and Sachin Bansal, Flipkart. The global wealth leaders are coming with tons of money in India because of innovative ideas Indians have been doing. Can you do them? Or you would just like to join Amazon or Flipkart as a salesman? Choice is yours. You can do the job or you can create the job. You could be another Binny Bansal, you could be another Mark Zuckerberg. Baidu, look at Baidu. In education field, what he has done, miracle he has done. Look at our friend here, sitting here. His father was a banker. He is not a banker. He is an entrepreneur. Now you think about any area, there are multiple opportunities in the country for youngsters. How you go ahead, how you learn, that is for you to decide. But what is required? Change of mindset. We are conditioned to what our parents have done. पिताजी डॉक्टर नहीं बने तो वो डॉक्टर बनाना चाहते हैं. पिताजी इंजीनियर नहीं बने तो वो इंजीनियर बनाना चाहते हैं. पिताजी की दुकान थी तो आप उसी दुकान में जाके बैठोगे. You can have your own mind and decide what is good for you, what you like. So change of mindset is needed to broaden your